Hello, everyone. Welcome to another installment of Am I the Asshole? If you like hearing Reddit stories, it would greatly support the channel if you could give it a thumbs up or subscribe. Without further ado, let's dive into our first story. Am I the asshole for not giving the dollhouse I built to my niece, but to my wife as a gift? It's not a dollhouse, but I didn't want anyone to think I was being misleading on purpose by saying I built a house. I, 28 male, made my wife, 28 female, a replica of a house that's known to fans of a musician, but wouldn't mean much to others. It's about 2 feet tall and wasn't very complicated to build, but my wife had said a few times over last year that she thought it would be cool to have for little trinkets. She's like a crow with her trinkets. I love it. She didn't know I was making it for her, but I did sneakily involve her in its creation through having her make a couple TikToks when we were out together so I could get the colors right. She has no idea. Lol. I was excited, so I showed a picture to my brother. He told me it was cool, but didn't get the purpose. He showed it to my niece Ava, 13 female, who knew what it was and said she wanted one too. My brother asked if I would give it to Ava for her birthday. I said no, it's for my wife, but I could make one with Ava. It would help teach her some basic woodworking skills, which they don't do in schools here anymore. I'd like that. Brother said if it was so easy, then I could make a second one for my wife and just give this one to Ava, since her B-Day is the end of the month. Again, I said no. This was done specifically for my wife. He seemed to accept that, but then came back to me and said, "Isn't it a little weird to make a dollhouse for an adult woman?" I told him it's not a dollhouse, just a fancy shelf. He argued that makes it worse, because Ava would actually play with it. He must have gone to complain to Mom about it. He is the younger brother. Because Mom called me to tell me that it was stupid to give my wife a dollhouse. I tried to explain that it's not a dollhouse, but she just kept saying that's stupid. This weekend I was at their house and Ava kept bringing up the house and laying it on thick with statements like, "I've always wanted one just like it." She kept asking why my wife wanted a dollhouse. I said it's not a dollhouse, but she kept asking why she needed a dollhouse. I told my brother that he was encouraging his kid to be manipulative, and I really didn't like it, so I was going to leave. He told me that I was dangling the house over her head like McDonald's and teasing her, and that it made me a bad uncle. Being a good uncle is important to me, and I do feel for the girl because she's a big fan too. I admit I have a blind spot for this, because I don't have kids, and maybe I shouldn't have shared the picture with my brother to begin with. Am I really the asshole for not just giving it to her? Yes, it was easy to make, and I could make another quickly. Sorry guys. Ava isn't my brother's biological daughter. There's a long story involved that I didn't want to add, but I should have realized the age would be surprising. I still see her as my niece regardless, but I get why that would be alarming. Nothing bad happened or anything. I'm guessing the dollhouse is a replica of the lover house? If it's anything like I'm imagining or what I've seen online, it is more like a fancy storage display for her Taylor Swift memorabilia, rather than a toy anyway. Not the asshole. In either case, OP. It's your creation that you get to gift to whoever you want. Yeah, it's the lover house. Lol, I didn't know if I said that directly, if it was going to affect what people said because of how weird people are about her. I think it's an awesome present for your wife, and your brother is being an entitled jerk who's raising his daughter to also be an entitled jerk, not the asshole. Pay the lover house trinket shelf tax, please. I want to see it. Not the asshole, by far. I'll make a note for myself to come back once I give it to my wife this weekend. I don't want it out there, because she might recognize the background. My brother asked if I would give it to Ava for her birthday. Damn, that's assumptive, lol. What an entitled ask. Brother said, if it was so easy, then I could make a second one for my wife and just give this one to Ava, since her B-Day is the end of the month. Ballsy ass demand. Ooh, this was done specifically for my wife. He seemed to accept that, but then came back to me and said, "Isn't it a little weird to make a dollhouse for an adult woman?" Resorting to belittling and insulting comments about your wife when he doesn't get his way. He must have gone to complain to Mom about it. He is the younger brother. because Mom called me to tell me that it was stupid to give my wife a dollhouse, enlisting a flying monkey to amp up the pressure to get his way. He told me that I was dangling the house over her head like McDonald's and teasing her, and that it made me a bad uncle. I'm not sure how you can't see what an AH your brother is. He's manipulative, insulting, and a terrible parent too, teaching his child to be just like himself. I wouldn't give them a single thing. However, if you want to, offer to make one with your niece. Your idea about using the project to teach woodshop is excellent. You are a good uncle, you just won't let your brother walk all over you, and he doesn't like that. Tough titties, lol. It's important that you show them you have enough self-respect to not allow them to take advantage of you. You are not the asshole. Your brother is a massive one. Edited to add, OP, would you please update us with his reaction when you told him he can F off with his request? LOL. Well, that's another episode of Am I the Asshole in the books. I really appreciate all of you who made it this far into the video. Of course, if you enjoyed this video, it would really help the channel out a lot if you gave the video a thumbs up, subscribe, or leave a comment down below. I hope that you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time.